Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy. It's your dog. If you're a fellow dog, put some arf arfs in the chat. Arf arf. But today we're gonna be going over Combo Breaker pools and giving y'all info on it. So Combo Breaker so far this year is the biggest tournament of the year. It's one of only 4 demigod events, and of the 3 that's happened so far, it will be the most stacked. Obviously Evo is usually the most stacked, and then Final Combat will be the most important as far as like money and prestige. But Combo Breaker thus far, is the most stacked tourney of the year, and it's gonna be sick, y'all. People need to do well there to make Final Combat, stuff like that. Let's check out the stream schedule. I haven't looked at it yet. So where's Mortal? So Mortal Kombat pools are from 11 a.m. Central, so 12 noon Eastern, to 7 p.m. Central, so about 8 p.m. Damn, so pools run from noon to 8 p.m. Eastern on was this Friday? This Friday? Saturday. Wait. It says Saturday in blue. What? Saturday in blue. I've never seen a stream schedule like that. So is it Saturday? Saturday in blue? Oh no, time zones. I'm stupid. Excuse me, y'all. Stream schedules normally don't lay out the time zone. They normally show their time zone. They're like, figure it out, dumbass. Like that Belgium event, it was like, this is like at noon our time. Figure out what time it is yourself, bitch. But this is actually laying them out. So no, this is this Friday? I believe this is Friday. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's Friday. So noon to 8 p.m. Eastern Friday, or 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Friday is MK1 pools. And then MKX Top 8 is right after on the same channel. So we might do a little 12-hour stream, watch all of it. You know, we might watch all of it. I know some sweats are entering MKX. Now let's look at Saturday. Okay, so on Saturday at 4 p.m. Central. Okay, so wow. So at 4 p.m. Central or 5 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, MK1 runs until it ends. So the last pool start, top 24, then top 8. So it runs till it's over. So there you go, y'all. That's the schedule. Noon Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday, and also MKX after. If you want to stick around, we might watch that. I'll be restreaming on my channel, and the main stream will be Juicy Game Night. And then Saturday, it starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then it runs till it's done. Okay, so that's the schedule. Now, let's look at the polls. I haven't looked at the polls. I don't know who's all playing. Let's go ahead and check it out. It's a very important tournament. If you don't have a lot of points and you miss this tournament, then it's looking grim for you to make Final Combat. You know what I'm saying? So let's check it out. So pool 1, we got VGY. VGY is in, actually, y'all, let me bring up the standings so we can kind of assess that as well. Let me bring that up. Mortal Kombat 1 Pro Competition 2025. Let's assess that real quick. I don't know if it's been updated since Brussels, but we shall see. We shall see. It looks like they have been updated. They have. So VGY, so the way the standings work is top 8 in the standings make Final Combat. The 10 regional winners make Final Combat. One from Evo, the highest placing, or I think the winner of Evo makes it, or is it the highest placing Evo person that isn't in? Something like that. And then one from LCQ. There's gonna be an LCQ probably at Final Combat the day before. And as you can see, Connie's name is blacked out at the top there. That's because Connie qualified through his region. So he doesn't really count on the leaderboard anymore. So 2 through 9 is actually going to qualify through the leaderboard. And you see you got Sonic, Ytex, Nicolas, Face Out, VGY, Gur, Javier, Lavender, Snake Doe, Round the Bubble, Rothor, Round the Bubble, Katana Khan, Prox, Foxy. They're all around the outside. Right on the outside. Dialogue, if he wants to qualify, gonna need to do work at Combo Breaker. Gambler, if he wants to qualify, gonna need to do work at Combo Breaker. Kale doesn't need to. I think Kale's going to Combo Breaker, but he doesn't need to do work. He already qualified through his region. Beat Sonic in NA West. So let's look at the polls. So VGY, he's 6th right now, but if he flops at these events, someone could overtake him outside of it, like Snake Doe or something like that. So he is in this first pool. We got VGY. Let me, I was zoomed in. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we got VGY. We got Sparks, who is a Indiana player. Me and Sparks are like the only two like known Indiana players right now. I feel like we're like we're putting Indiana on the map on our own. So he's there. Full Auto. Full Auto's been playing a really nasty Natara online. He hasn't traveled yet with it, but this is gonna be his first event doing so. So we're potentially gonna see some Natara at a major, y'all. Unjust. So Unjust, if you notice, isn't on the leaderboard at all. He's basically putting all his eggs, like Unjust, Rewind, and a few other NA players. They're putting all their eggs in the basket of like Combo Breaker, CEO, Evo. Because obviously, like, so CEO's a combatant event, so you can get a decent amount of points there. And then Combo Breaker and Evo, dude, a sneeze is building up. My bad, y'all. A sneeze was building up so bad. They're putting all the eggs in their basket of just going to those events because they're NA events, so they can easily get to them. And Combo Breaker and Evo are demigod events, so if Unjust, Rewind, someone like that, if they do work at Combo Breaker and Evo, they'll get in. Like, they'll quickly rise. Like, if you see, like, Ytex, he's got 460 points. He's second in the standings because obviously Connie is out of it. He only played at one event. He won one demigod, boom. So if Unjust comes through, gets a top 3, Rewind comes through, gets a top 3, they're quickly going to get up here. So this is a huge event for Mighty Unjust. Bean Cell's in there. Bean Cell, very good. Sindel. Trillion's in there. Trillion, a very good Rain player. And then Alcatraz. Not sure who Alcatraz is playing on this game. Haven't really seen him play it. He was a very good Injustice 2 player. Stuff like that. Trillion, very good Rain player. So this is a pretty stacked pool. We got really good Rain, really good Sindel. We got Unjust, one of the best players so far in this game. I would say by Season 1 results, Unjust is top 5 in this game. I would say so. He got, what, 5th at EVO, 5th at Final Combat. What was it, 4th at Combo Breaker. He got top 8 at ECT, didn't he? Those were, like, all the biggest events. And obviously, he wins a lot of online stuff, so I would say Unjust is, like, top 5 in this game based on Pro Comp Season 1. But his back's kind of against the wall this season because he's opted to only travel to the NA events. And he didn't end up winning NA East. He ended up getting 3rd in that in his region. Ninja's not in the standings, and I don't think he's going to this, so Ninja's looking out of it unless he can win EVO or win LCQ. Okay, yeah, and we got Full Auto, Sparks, VGY, so that's a pretty good pool. And, dang, 6 people make it out of the pool. Sheesh. Yeah, so a lot of people make it out of the pool. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's look at pool number 2. So we got Faisal, who Faisal is pretty good in the standings right now, 5th. He's looking pretty good, to be honest, in the standings, but any more points could help, you know. And then we got Chico, Bacon Lord. We got El Kukui. El Kukui, same as El Kukui and Hans, same as Unjust. They are kind of putting all their eggs and just going to NA tournaments, so they both need a big performance here. And they're both in each other's way early, so that's going to be interesting. Bluff is a pretty good Takeda. Han actually did get some points, though, from Texas Showdown. He got, like, 5th. So Han's not out of it if he has a good performance here. Let's go to the next pool. Okay, we got Kale. So Kale's already qualified, so he's there just to compete and for the 10K prize pool. Every demigod event has a $10,000 prize pool, so even if you're already in, it's still worth playing, trying to get that money. And just to compete, it's one of the biggest events, you know? And then we got Mist. He's a good Homelander. Map is there. Map is, he's not afraid to go to jail. He's not afraid to go back to jail. We got Busman. Busman's looked good this year. He got 1st at Frosty Faustings, which was a regional. And then he came back at Texas Showdown, which was a combatant pro comp event. Big event with, like, Sonic, Dialogue, Kale, Gurr. And I believe he got 9th. He was right outside the top 8. And he should have got some points for that. Let me see if he's on there. Yeah, 35 points. So it's looking pretty grim for him. But if he can, again, like, demigod events give you so much points. So even if you have 0 points, if you have a big performance here, you can make something happen. We got Rattlehead, Shady. Now, Michael Seraphan, online, he's worn Jacka if you ran into him on Combat League. Really good Gearus. I would say top 3 Gearus. Obviously, there's Gur, there's Demoralized, but I would say, like, he's right up there. I would say he's, like, top 3 gears. So it's going to be interesting to see him play. All right, let's move on. Okay, so we got Javier. Now, Javier is currently 8th, so he needs to do well. He could easily be overtaken by someone like Snake Doe if he has a big performance at this event. So Javier, like, he's looking good for the finale, but he needs a good performance here. He needs to not mess this tournament up for himself. He needs to get some points. And then we got Wraith, one of the best Shangs. We got Wits, one of the best Raidens. So tough little path for Javier, but at least for Javier, one of them has to kill each other off first. He doesn't have to beat both of them. And then we got Shinnok, who I believe similar to Javier is... No, he's actually... Where is he? Oh, he's actually way back. I was thinking of Lavender Rain. Yeah, Shinnok's got 65 points, so he's going to need... He's got an okay amount of points, but he's going to really need to pull through at this event at EVO if he wants to qualify. There's also the Brazil online. I don't know who's won that. I don't think they've had their finale yet. And then we got Pure. Dude, Pure is a beast. This is like one of the most stacked like sides of a pool I've seen. Just Pure and Shinnok alone is pretty crazy. And then Huno, how do you say their name? I feel like I've seen them play. I'm not sure though. Sorry if there's anyone I don't recognize. So yeah, that's gonna be a banger match right there. Shinnok versus Pure. Oh, I'm not at it, Viltrum. I'll just be watching. Okay, next pool we got Snake Doe. Obviously he got... What did he get at, What did he get at Brazil? Did he get 4th? Or did he get 3rd? He got 4th, right? Yeah, and that put him up there a lot, man. Put him at 10th. Because I believe Lavender Rain beat him, right? Yeah. So he got 4th, put him up there at 10th. So he's right on the bubble to qualify. So he needs a big performance here. We got Blatchery, who's a really good Sindel. Woolander, who's actually a really good Quan, plays Cyrex as well. We got my boy King Gambler. We got Burrito Voorhees, Yadriel. Yadriel, I believe, is staying loyal to Kenshi, and Burrito staying loyal to Geras. And so we got some loyalists over here. Gambler kind of a loyalist too. He stuck it out with Johnny all game. That's not saying too much though, right? Like Johnny he's been up there all game. But Johnny's like in his worst state right now. And I feel like you could still win a major with Johnny if you're good enough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good pull. Haven't seen Sonic yet. I know Sonic's there. So Dialog obviously one of the best players in the scene. Got top 8 at EVO. Won CEO. 2nd at Texas Showdown. Took Sonic to the limit. Reset Sonic. But he doesn't have many points right now because he hasn't been going to these internationals. He hasn't gone to Biennale, Brussels, Brazil. So he really needs to come through here. He has a decent amount of points because, like I said, he did take Sonic to the limit at Texas Showdown, got 2nd. But he needs to have a big performance here at CEO and EVO to really solidify himself. Yo, Chris, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. And then we got Hercules, who's a loyal to Kenshi. We have Zanzun. Not sure who Zanzun's playing. He was a spawn on MK11. We got Pulse, who... Pulse should have a few points. Yeah, 70. He got, I believe, 5th at Texas Showdown. And then we got Joystick, who's very good as well. So this is a stacked little pool. Okay. Dialogue, obviously the favorite, but we'll see. Okay, here we got Sonic. LG Sonic. LG like the TVs. Genner, who is probably the best Lee May right now. And then we got Samij. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if Samij has been playing. And then we got Bandino's, probably the best Rain player. I would say certainly the best Rain player, to be honest. And then we got No Green, Amazing Shao. I believe he got 9th at Texas Showdown. Amazing Shao player. So this is a stacked little pool. I'm interested to see Samij versus Genner. Because Genner's tough, man. Probably the best Lee May right now. Really good. So if Samij hasn't been grinding, he'll probably get cooked. But if Samich has been grinding, who knows, you know? And then the winner of that is to play Sonic. Sheesh. Yo, Destroyer, thanks so much for the raid. We're looking at Combo Breaker pools. We're at the last one right now. So we got Gur in this pool. Gur is pretty good in the standings, 7th. So he could get knocked out of it. Similar like Javier, Lavender, VGY. Like he's not guaranteed, but he's looking pretty good, especially if he has a good performance here. Joe Mama's actually a really good Ermac. So that's dude, a lot of these 1 seeds, they kind of get to here before they have like a really hard set, it seems like. At least based on what I know. But dude, Joe Mama is a really good Ermac. That's a tough set right away. Desda, really good Ashra. Perfect Shinny. I don't know who Shinny's playing on this game, but he's a really good player. And then we got Rewind. So, like I said, like Rewind and Unjust and a few others, they haven't been to any events yet. They're kind of putting all their eggs in the basket of like doing well at Combo Breaker, CEO, and Evo. So Rewind needs a big performance here if he wants a chance at Final Combat. And then we got Ricky there. We got Big Daddy G, Competitor. Okay, so those are pretty stacked pools. Let's look at the paths outside of pools. Okay, so there's 2 different pools outside of pools. Okay, so this is a bigger tournament than usual. Sal's pool plays El Cucuys. Javier's plays Killer Jinox. Dialogue plays Pulses. Gur plays Rewinds. Damn, okay, look at these projections, y'all. These would be some crazy sets right here if this is what happens, but there's bound to be some type of upsets, obviously. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, y'all. Sonic versus Bandinos. Gambler versus Snake Dough. Sheesh. But yeah, y'all. So Friday, pools are from noon Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, MK1 starts at 5 p.m. Eastern and then goes until it ends. So that's the schedule. So later, y'all. I'm saying live on stream. I'm just saying later to the YouTube video.